Let's talk isotopes. Before I get into this video, I'm a 4.0 pre-med and I give you all my tips and tricks so that way hopefully you will be able to succeed in all of your classes for free, by the way. And I have all my videos here and on YouTube. On YouTube, they're classified by playlists to make it much more accessible for all of you guys. Okay, so let's talk isotopes. So what are isotopes? If you didn't see my last video, you can go check that out where I introduced atoms and protons and neutrons, electrons. But in this video, like I said, I'm going to talk about isotopes, and I'm not only going to talk about them, but I'm going to show you how you can kind of calculate neutrons. So isotopes are, it's the same element, it's just what changes are the number of neutrons that you have. And so if you've ever heard like carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14, those are all isotopes. Again, you're not changing the element, so they're all going to be carbon, as you can see here. Oops, so it's going to be here. They're all carbon. The only thing that you're changing is the amount of neutrons. So you're going to say, well, where did you get 12, 13, and 14? Well, okay, that's an atomic weight, which again, I introduced in my last video. So go check that out. So when you do atomic weight, it's protons plus neutrons. If you go to the periodic table, you're going to have to trust me for now. Carbon is going to be with an atomic number 6, meaning since the atomic number is 6, then it has 6 protons. So you already know it's 6 protons. So you can say, well, 12 minus 6 equals 6. So I know we have 6 neutrons, and I'm just going to put N. 13 minus 6, again, is going to be 7 neutrons. And 14 minus 6 is equal to 8 neutrons. So carbon 12 has 6 neutrons, carbon 13 has 7 neutrons, and carbon 14 has 8 neutrons. Again, all of them are carbon, therefore they have the same amount of protons. And the only thing that you're changing is the neutrons. So here was 6 neutrons, here's 7 neutrons, here's 8 neutrons. Okay, let's try another example. So now I want you to go to the periodic table, and if you don't, you can just trust me. You're going to look for nitrogen. And nitrogen is going to be 7 protons because the atomic number is 7. So what you're going to do is you're going to say again 14 minus 7 equals 7. And I'm going to put N for neutrons because I'm too lazy to spell it out. And then you're going to do 15 minus 7. And again, that's going to be 8 neutrons. So there you go. Now you can also see I'm being redundant, but for you guys to know, I'm not changing the amount of protons, because if you change the amount of protons, you're changing the element, okay? I'm just changing the amount of neutrons. So in this one, I had 7 neutrons. In this one, I had 8 neutrons. So now let's go to another example. Let's do oxygen and helium, just for you to really get it. You can actually pause the video and see if you got it in your brain. Okay, I'm assuming you paused. So again, oxygen, you go to the periodic table and you're going to see that oxygen has 8 protons. So then 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. So it's going to be 8 neutrons. 17 minus 8 equals 9 neutrons. 18 minus 8 is equal to 10 neutrons. So again, being redundant, but it's the same amount of protons. All I'm changing is the amount of neutrons. And well, obviously the weight, right? So like we had discussed in the beginning, the atomic weight is the protons plus the neutrons. So obviously the weight changes as a result. Okay, let's now go to helium. Easy peasy. So if you look at helium, it has 2 protons. And so again, it's 3 minus 2 equals 1, and then 4 minus 2 equals 2. Again, you're not changing the amount of protons, you're just changing the amount of neutrons. If you enjoyed this video, again, please check me out on YouTube, and thanks again for watching.